Hello, world. Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, wherever you are in this world. I am your host, Jcool, with my amazing and wonderful Anisa. We have a special guest that needs no introduction, Jasmine Kong from the Asian All American Magazine podcast. Welcome. Good morning to you, Jasmine, and good evening to you, Anisa.
Thank you. It's an honor to be here.
Sorry for the 15-minute late start, man. I've been up since 5 o'clock and I'm going to do my best here. So how are you doing today, Anisa? What's going on in your world?
Well, nothing much. I just had a relaxing day today. I did some work for my part-time job and then I mailed those people, but they are all on holidays apparently. So I had nothing to do today.
It's all good. It's okay. It's nice to have a little break. Jasmine's been on a long break, but she's been very productive. She's leaving for school this Saturday. She's been packing, trying to get her mind right.
Mm-hmm. If I took off this background, you'd see my room is messy from my boxes of packing.
Are you going to a different school?
Yeah, I'm going to go. So California looks like a long state like this. I live in the upper portion, but I'm going to be going down to school at the other end.
Yeah, Southern California, kind of southern. Connecting the Pan-Asian community around the world is the first step to sharing and creating solutions to problems we face today. We must break from chains of fear and inaction that creates a false image of our community that has long-lasting consequences. Our conversation today is about why and how we are here today. I have two of our incredibly thoughtful, beautiful, and naturally curious hosts of our podcast projects. Jasmine Kong is the host of the Asian All American Magazine podcast, and Anisa Putri Wulandari is the host for the Pan Asian Show.
Anisa is all from the other side of the world, so for me, this is all new.
Yeah, today's conversation is about both of you guys and why we are here today. Since Jasmine and I are very close and we've been working on different types of projects anyways, I approached her about doing this podcast. Things just come to me, man. And both of you guys know that if something I feel, I just go for it. There's no waiting. I had a vision with the Asian All American Magazine anyways, but then I had a bigger vision about the world and the Pan-Asian community, and hence that's why I reached out to you, Anisa. And I think both dynamics of having an experience, the American experience, and obviously you having a very similar experience with your Indonesian roots going into the Netherlands. So there are some similarities. We're ultimately trying to connect with the Asian community world, the Pan-Asian community. So that's why we're here. I think, us having conversations about our everyday life. We're everyday people.
Yeah.
But with everything that's going on with the Black Lives Movement, Lives Matters movement, and coronavirus, it's about time that we talk about equality and justice for everybody, and that includes us, guys, because the media don't include us in their census, and that is quite frustrating.
I feel like racism against Asians has been normalized for way too long. So and with this whole coronavirus thing and the Black Lives Matter movement, it really opened our eyes that we should stand up for ourselves too. Asians have been quiet for way too long as well. So I thought I also said this to Jcool, this was a perfect moment for us to start with this whole podcast thing.
With COVID, it's kind of a silver lining because, with everything slowing down, this is the perfect time, like Anisa said, to start podcasts because everyone's at home, and I think everyone needs a little inspiration at this time because here in America, people are getting laid off. So this is the perfect time to start a conversation. and to get things going in the community inspired so that when we come out of this, we have something to lean back on and a foundation that we start.
The common ground we have at first is our heritage, of course, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, we are all Asians, Southeast Asians to be exact.
Yeah.
And our experiences are quite similar because we share like the same heritage. So I think it begins with there and the same stories. Right.
Mm-hmm. And Jasmine, you and Anisa are roughly around the same age, so you guys are going through similar experiences, I'm assuming.
Mm-hmm. We're going through similar experience. We're at a time where we're trying to figure out who we are and what we can do. And so far, I always tell Justin this, but doing these podcasts has really opened my eyes, and I'm sure it's going to open other people's eyes. Just having that immigrant experience and coming together, it's very fulfilling. Yes. But also too, we started these podcasts so that we can have our own representation.
Yes,
very our important. Own voice. Good point. Because a lot of times other people control Asian media. So it's special that we do it and we share the story the right way and how we want to share it.
Yeah. So women are from Venus, men are from Mars.
What?
I said women are from Venus, men are from Mars, right?
So is this like a horror story?
No, man, that's the name of a book from the 90s, I think, or the 2000s.
Really?
So, so basically that's just
at that time.
So basically what I am trying to connect with both of you guys is, we are worlds apart. How we come to conclusions to problems, how we find solutions to problems. And that's why both of you guys are the host of our podcast, the primary host, I should say. And I'm just a supporting cast because it's important that the world, in particular, our community, sees to intelligent, beautiful, and naturally curious women that are just, it's like a wanderlust. You guys are out there trying to figure out what life is in your own way. We're talking about these last few days. There's a hashtag, women supporting women, right? We need men supporting women, and it not be a hashtag, but be a concerted effort to do that. I just truly believe, and I've said this to both of you guys, that when we have women in positions to make meaningful change, it's going to be a meaningful change.
I feel like we've always been the minority for a long, long time. Yeah, up until now.
Women weren't even allowed to vote a century ago.
So I feel like with the climate now and everything changing and putting women in more media has been revolutionary and has opened doors and paths for like Anisa and I to do this podcast, and with your help as well.
Yeah, if we want to break the stigma of men not being able to support women, we have to break the toxic masculinity that's going on. Because that's also a huge part of this problem. Like if a man supporting a woman does not make him less than a man. That's what I'm saying.
We need to change the way, or men need to. It starts with men. You need to change the way they think about women.
Exactly. That's what I mean with breaking the entire toxic masculinity mindset that is growing up in their heads. Like it all starts with boys will be boys don't cry.
I think men should also change how they see women, and value your women. Kind of a little bit of a feminist, especially being an athlete.
Don't apologize about it. Don't apologize about it. You're just apologizing about being a feminist. Don't apologize about it.
That's one thing women need to stop doing is apologize.
No, you need to stop apologizing. You. Don't say women, you.
But being a woman in sports, it's already hard too, because sports isn't seen as a womanly thing.
I am sure women support women. Mm-hmm. If women support women, they be filling up them arenas.
Southeast Asian culture and even indigenous Asian people are actually very dark skinned.
Right.
And to represent someone lighter in media is kind of a lie and not the truth of what it really means. But I mean, in general, that's just what colorism is, and that's how it affects people. It's an issue that we have to tackle and find solutions for and educate people about.
Yeah, it tackles people's self-esteem. Like I grew up thinking that my tanned skin is less beautiful than the light-skinned people I see on TV. Like it really affects young girls' self-esteem and confidence. I think we should change that. Like everyone is beautiful. Dark-skinned women are also gorgeous, and colorism is even when you look at Asia, it's the biggest problem in India.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Most people there are dark skinned, and then that's the country of fair and lovely.
Philippines is up there, man. Philippines is up there, dude. Like, look at the Filipino women that win Miss Universe.
Mm-hmm. They're very light.
I mean, they're very light. Yeah, and you know what? The funny thing is, like, even dudes, Filipino dudes, they look more Spanish than anything. Now, I know Filipinos are a mix of a lot of things, right? But, like, dude, we need cats like... We need cats looking like me, man. The thing is, just we're like the dark skinned guy is the funny guy, the bad guy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's not always a suave dude. I think it's like we have to do exactly what black people do. They come up with quotes. You know what they say? They say, "The blacker the berry, the sweeter the juice."
Mm-hmm. But we also need to tell people it's okay and embrace who you are. Because, they're hearing a lot of, oh, you're dark, you're black. Like, it's not okay to be that. But to also teach and put out in the media, okay, it's okay to be who you are.
Education is also important. Like, the moment when we have kids, we have kids, we need to teach them. Like, we need to teach them that beauty comes in all colors. Like, kids are so pure. Like, they grow up with fucked up mindset because of their parents, and
that's what I was trying to say. Yeah, Anisa,
it's so important to educate children so that they can grow up with the thoughts with better thoughts, and if the future generation they all think like that, then the media will have to change because everybody's gonna stop listening to the media, but that's gonna take a long time.
Yeah, because I see media as an outside thing. If you want real change, it's got to start within families.
With what we're trying to do is, we want to own and control Asian media, right? Mm-hmm. We want to redefine the modern Asian woman and man. We want to be able to reevaluate our values. Let's have a conversation about it. We want to recalibrate our virtues as well. Let's talk about the virtues that we have, and do we need to recalibrate that? And then also redefine what success is. There's different ways to contribute to the world, and we want to be able to share that and display that with all our work. Mm-hmm. We hope to show that a collaborative effort from our communities around the world to raise awareness of the troubles we face today and present creative solutions through education and thoughtful, meaningful conversations. I truly hope through our inclusive approach to providing a sustainable, viable way of creating Asian media content that we can leverage our economic and educational influences to create meaningful and lasting change for our communities around the world. So thank you for being with us today, and have a great day. Later, ladies.
Later.